With teen pregnancy reality TV shows and huge social media followings, the world has become used to finding out about teen parents and young mothers. But in today's video, let's go beyond reality TV and teen moms, and let's take a look at the youngest mothers in history. Make sure you stick around because number one will definitely shock you to the core. Before we dive into today's list, don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment "Babies Having Babies" to be entered into this month's $500 Amazon gift card giveaway. Good luck! Now, let's get started. Number 10. Britain's youngest mother, 12 years. If you thought young girls getting pregnant before the age of 18 was shocking, get ready to hear about Britain's youngest mother. In 2014, the world was introduced to the youngest parents in Britain, the 12-year-old mother and her 13-year-old boyfriend. This 12-year-old girl and her boyfriend had been together for over a year when it was reported that the young mother was pregnant with her first child. According to reports, the girl got pregnant when she was just 11 years old. When the news broke out in Britain, the father of the 12-year-old mother made a comment that shocked many people. He said how he was glad to hear about the pregnancy because at least his daughter wasn't doing drugs. "I would have rather had come home and had this than find out she was on drugs at 11 or 12. Number 9. The Missouri mother, 11 years. News broke out in early 2020 when a baby boy was rushed to the hospital with its umbilical cord and placenta still attached to its body. The newborn was taken to the hospital by a father who had claimed the boy was his. It was only after a thorough investigation was conducted that it was revealed the mother of the young boy was actually the man's daughter, the 11-year-old mother who was raped by her 17-year-old brother, and the girl had apparently given birth in a bathtub. Officials and police later questioned the girl's parents, who had denied any knowledge of sexual abuse. Police later arrested both parents and the young girl's 17-year-old brother, who was charged with rape and sexual abuse. As far as the young girl goes, according to reports, she is staying at a relative's house far away from her abusers. Number 8. Samantha Goodman, 10 years. In 2003, 10-year-old Samantha Goodman gave birth to a baby girl. The Zimbabwe native was just a child herself when she gave birth to her 6-pound baby girl named Courtney. When Samantha turned 16, she opened up about her pregnancy and her delivery. According to the young mother, she was at a friend's house when she and a close friend were playing hide and seek. They had stumbled upon an adult book in the library and had some funny pictures in them. "We thought it would be funny that we were trying to do it. We did it. It was funny," said Samantha. It was only after her mother noticed her big belly that she realized the 10-year-old was actually pregnant. And according to the 16-year-old, childbirth was less painful than the time she broke her arm. Number 7. Mainumbi, 10 years. In 2015, 10-year-old Mainumbi was taken to the hospital by her mother because she believed her daughter had an abdominal tumor. It was only after they arrived at the hospital and did an ultrasound that the doctors found out the 10-year-old was 5 months pregnant. The doctors and nurses at the hospital quickly called the authorities to report this unusual case. Police later found out that the father of the baby was Mainumbi's 42-year-old stepfather, who tried to escape the country but was later arrested at the border. He denied any accusations of sexual abuse, but the DNA paternity test revealed that the baby was in fact his. Both mother and stepfather were charged and arrested for negligence and sexual abuse of the 10-year-old mother, Mainumbi. Number 6. LEYLA MAFI, 9 years. In November of 1994, a 9-year-old Iranian girl named LEYLA MAFI gave birth to her first child. 5 years later, at the age of 14, she gave birth to twins. According to the information gathered by the nonprofit human rights organization Amnesty International, LEYLA had been prostituted by her mother ever since she was 8 years old. The unbelievable trauma led the young mother to be developmentally delayed. According to her doctors, when she was assessed at the age of 19, she was diagnosed to have a mental age of an 8-year-old. In 2006, LEYLA was sent in a rehabilitation center and is now living in an apartment with a caretaker. Number 5. DAFNE, 9 years. On January 27, 2013, the director of the Zaquin Hospital reported that a 9-year-old girl had given birth to a healthy baby girl. The mother, named Daphne, had apparently gotten pregnant from her 17-year-old boyfriend. When Daphne gave birth, the officials started looking for her boyfriend, who was said to be charged for having sexual relationships with a young girl. But this particular case of Daphne is quite interesting, as officials soon started doubting the real age of the young mother. Rumors started to spread that Daphne was actually 15 years old when she gave birth, and the father was not her 17-year-old boyfriend, but rather her 44-year-old stepfather. No matter what the true age was, we can all agree it's always shocking to hear about such a young mother. Number 4. Hilda Trujillo, 8 years old. In 1957, it was reported by Time magazine that a 9-year-old child had given birth to a healthy baby girl. The article named Little Mother explained how a young girl visited the Lima Maternity Hospital, where she gave birth to a 9-pound girl. It was later corrected that Hilda Trujillo, the young mother, was 8, not 9. On December 2, 1957, the Peru native gave birth to her first child named Maria del Rosario. Officials soon found out that the father of Maria was actually Hilda's 22-year-old cousin. The unnamed cousin was staying with Hilda's family in a one-room apartment when the boy raped the 8-year-old girl. The cousin was later arrested and put in prison on several charges, including having sexual relations with a minor. Number 3. The unnamed girl, 8 years old. In early September of 2004, one Colombian policeman noticed a little girl walking by with a huge belly. At first, the policeman thought the little girl was part of a drug smuggling scheme, but it was later revealed that the 8-year-old was actually pregnant. The young girl was taken to the hospital. She had x-rays and blood tests done, which confirmed that the 8-year-old Colombian girl was 32 weeks pregnant. When officials asked the girl how this happened, they confessed how a pharmacy employee had raped her. The young girl was sent out to get her sick mother's medicine when the employee sexually assaulted her. The young mother remains unnamed, but local publications reported that she had given birth to a baby boy at the Messine hospital. Number 2. Liza Yelizaveta Pentueva. In 1934, in the cold winter nights of Russia, a 6-year-old girl gave birth to her first child. Liza Yelizaveta Pentueva was only 5 years old when her 70-year-old grandfather sexually assaulted and impregnated her. When the family found out the girl was pregnant, they decided to go through with the pregnancy. Back in the day, cesarean or C-sections were considered to be extremely dangerous, and the 6-year-old girl was forced to have a natural birth. Unfortunately, the infant girl died during labor because of a placenta complication, but according to the doctors, the child could have been a healthy baby if the complications hadn't occurred. Number 1. Lina Medina, 5 years old. If you weren't disturbed by our list of young mothers by now, then get ready to hear about the truly shocking Lina Medina, who is the youngest mother in the world. In 1939, Lina was only 5 years and 7 months old when she gave birth to a baby boy named Gerardo. At first, Lina's parents had taken her to the hospital because they noticed her abdomen getting unusually large. The parents had suspected a tumor, but it was later revealed Lina was actually 5 months pregnant at the time. The Peru native had apparently gone through precocious puberty, which meant she had developed earlier than her peers. Police arrested Medina's father on suspicion of abuse, but he was later let go due to a lack of evidence. To this day, no one really knows who impregnated 5-year-old Lina, who became the youngest mother in history. And with that, we end today's video. Which of these insanely young mothers shocked you the most? Were you surprised by the ages? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a future video from Star 5. Thanks for watching. Until next time.